You are now rocking with the Cool Cats and me, the D.E.V. If y'all have had cats for a while, I'm sure that you have had some scratching post wars. It's different with different cats, but sometimes getting them to scratch one at all can be a war. Especially if you're trying to get them to scratch it instead of scratching something else, like your furniture. Again, this differs from cat to cat. Now, in our situation here with the Cool Cat crew, I've experienced this on different levels at different times. I think I've been pretty fortunate in terms of my cats not being the type that destroy furniture and stuff like that. Now, I have had some issues. So now I've lived in a few places over the years. But I remember when I first got Batman and Robin, I had this this kitchen table. It had a glass top. It was, what is that material? Like a metal, like a brass. You all probably remember seeing it if you've been following me for a while. But those chairs had plastic over them, right? You know, furniture, some of them had that plastic covering or whatever. And so underneath there was, I guess, strings that kept the plastic on. Now this wasn't no cheap furniture, but for whatever reason, Batman and Robin, as they got older, they got mesmerized with the strings underneath them chairs. And before too long, the little plastic that was like this wrapped tightly on those chairs, they had ripped the strings underneath, so the plastic was just hanging. So they destroyed that. Now, fortunately, they didn't destroy the actual furniture. They just destroyed those strings. It looks bad, but that can be repaired pretty easily. Now that stuff is in storage back in Maryland right now. But I'm going to get that repaired when I finally move that stuff up here. And so, but I did experience that. Now, I haven't really, now, every now and then, I did have, when I got Bruh now, Batman and Robin didn't do this, but again, in that same place, I had an office with a leather couch, not this one. It was a sleeper couch. It was a bed inside of it. Hey guys, if you're enjoying the video, make sure to hit subscribe and the notifications bell so you don't miss any future content. But it's a real soft, cured type of leather. And now, Batman and Robin, you know, that didn't interest them. But as Bruh got a little older, when he would go in and out of that room, the arm that's here on this side of this couch, he loved to just grab onto the little corner like he was playing like hide and seek or something. And so on the side of that couch, you can see you gotta look really hard, but it's little tears. Where if he would have kept on with that, he would have destroyed that. And there's a now that I'm thinking about, as I'm sitting here thinking about it, it's another very expensive chair that they kind of messed up. That was also in my office. And again, you gotta look real hard to see it, but I can tell. So I'm sitting here saying, well, they haven't really messed up a lot of furniture, but damn if they did. So, again, back to this scratching post thing, that couch in my office where bruh man was scratching, I couldn't put a scratching post there because it would have been in the doorway. It wasn't possible to put it right there where he was scratching. So I had a scratching post in that room, but they still in that room, that chair and that couch got messed up to some degree, even though there was a scratching post as a distraction that was there for them. They mess with it sometimes, but they still did that. Now, as they have gotten older, they don't mess with furniture at all. And I'm not sure if it's just because I moved and there's different furniture, or they've kind of grown out of that, or what. But that is the perfect example, and I'm sure you guys have your own stories. And please put those stories in the comments, share with everybody, because we all can learn from each other. But I'm sure you all have, to some degree or another, some stories similar where you struggle with trying to get these cats to scratch on a scratching post as opposed to your furniture. I've had the same. Now, I have scratching posts around here that some they mess with more than others, but they really don't mess with the furniture. So, have your cat had these problems? Have they outgrown them? Or do you still have these problems with the scratching post wars? Now, there's another type of war that we had to deal with too, as far as these scratching posts are concerned, and that's attrition. Let me show y'all what I mean. Here is one of their scratching posts. This is actually what you call a cat tree. Y'all know what these is. Let me flip this around. Okay, that's better. And so they've had this for a couple of years now, and you can see, look at that. They don't know how to have that. This thing here. Now, what's the definition of war? That's it. When I think of war, I think of this scratching post. Then you look up here, this little seat. Now I straightened it out before I filmed it. I probably should have left it alone. This is how I usually look. This thing right here, then had it. They tore that up probably the first month that they had it. And I think, yeah, I crazy glued this. And so this thing has been through something. So the thing about these scratching posts, Once they take hold of one of them, then they, them scratching posts, man, I wouldn't want to be one of them. Would you? Now here are these things. I don't know if you call these scratching posts or not. I got these things when I got them. Now I've had these for a long time. How old are they? Batman and Robin is like 7 now. So I've had these things when I first got them. But when I first got them, I got them because they look like little chairs. And I put them in the entertainment room where I watch TV. My thought, and this is me just being dumb, not knowing, but they look like little chairs in the store. So I figure, hey, I got some cats now. When I watch TV, they can sit in their little chairs and watch TV with me. Of course, they did when I first got these things. They walked past these. They never sat in them, never scratched them, never did nothing. It was just a waste of money. And when I moved to Charlotte, the first place we was in, they didn't bother them either. But since we moved here, this is Batman's favorite thing. It's a little ritual for him. Every time he starts playing, it's like tag. He'll play, then run over here to this and scratch this up, and then go play some more. I don't know what it is, but now he loves this thing. Bruh, man, and Robin don't fool with him too much. But when you talk about attrition, this done all happened in the last year. These look pretty much brand new, even though I had them for a while, up until about the last year. So, I don't know. And then we have this one. Come on, y'all. Don't be laughing at me like that. It's not that funny. Anyway, y'all see what attrition really looks like? If scratching posts were alive, this one would be dead. Okay? And so, move, boy. The only one that even fools with this is bruh, man. Batman and Robin don't even fool with it. And I got this one when I got to Charlotte. And then I figured out that, see the bottom, that round bottom, it's flimsy. See, when they scratch it, it'll fall over a lot of times. So Batman and Robin never liked this scratching post because of that reason. Bruh Man, on the other hand, he thought it was funny. When it fell over, he just got more hyped, and he would jump on it and roll around on the floor with it. So he thinks it's a big game. And you see what he's done to this scratching post. So this one has been we've had this one for a couple of years, but you know, I think I might have a funeral for this thing. And I know what else y'all thinking. Devin, why don't you just go get a new one? Because I'm cheap, that's why. But I will one day. I think that I might do that today. Sometimes you ain't think about this stuff until you start talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I got bruh, man, this thing for his birthday. He just turned 4 on Thursday. And this the first time he even did anything with the thing. He just posing with it. because I'm talking about it. And so y'all know you don't really have to buy your cats a bunch of expensive toys. But look at this thing. I saw it in the grocery store. And it's supposed to be, what is this thing? Supposed to be some type of animal. And they supposed to, wait a minute. Did I spark something? Go ahead, bro. I mean, maybe he never knew what it was supposed to do. Go ahead, baby. Look at it. He looking at me like, fool, what is you talking about? This is why I don't buy them nothing. Oh yeah, and then we got this one in the bedroom. Now I've only had this one for about a year, and bruh man is the only one who even fools with this. I don't know why. Batman and Robin, as I'm discussing this, I realize they have their particular scratching post that they deal with, and that's it. But this one is starting to get some attrition. You know, this one will be ready to go to the upper room shortly, I'm sure. Now remember to treat your animals well. They didn't ask to be there with you, but now all they have is you. Treat them like family. Fam.